The episode opens with our protagonist, Denji, waking up from his sleep, an orange chainsaw dog sleeping beside him. Also, Denji is broke as hell. Bro had to sell multiple organs including his eye, kidney, and left nut in order to pay back the debt that his dead father accrued from the Japanese Yakuza. To sum up his crappy situation, Denji is an amateur devil hunter, meaning he is constantly in life or death situations. Wearing his crusty old jacket and armed with his trusty chainsaw dog Pochita, Denji walks along a grassy path looking for devils. The only way Denji can save himself from the Yakuza is to constantly pay off his mountain of debt by killing devils and selling their corpses. Soon, Pochita begins growling, signaling that a devil is nearby. Denji crouches behind a crumbling wall as he observes the creepy tomato devil. The tomato devil has eyes peppered all over its body and multiple human arms moving it around. After killing the devil, Denji's debt barely goes down and his struggle continues. After eating a cigarette for pocket change, Denji is excited that he and Pochita can actually afford food with that minuscule amount of money. Nevertheless, he walks back to his shabby hut and eats a single slice of white bread for the day. Denji dreams of meeting a girl and actually having a girlfriend. This makes him extremely relatable, as I'm sure many of you wish for this too. Sadly, he can't even afford jam to put on his bread. In a flashback, we learn that Denji's father committed suicide because he couldn't pay off the loans from the Yakuza. This caused all of the debt to pile up on young Denji. If he doesn't pay off his father's loans, the Yakuza will kill him and sell his organs. Yikes. While grieving, Denji comes across a wounded Pochita and forms a contract with him by letting him suck his blood. The flashback ends, and a little while later, the old Yakuza boss shows up outside his door and tells Denji that he has another job for him. Following this, the old man leads Denji into a dark and suspicious warehouse, where it is revealed that it was a trap set by the zombie devil. After this sudden betrayal, Denji is stabbed through the back and he begins to bleed out. Denji tries to run away from the horde of zombies chasing after him, but they catch up and rip him to shreds. Unsurprisingly, Denji dies, but he has a vision where his chainsaw dog, Pochita, offers him a contract. Denji accepts and a strange power awakens within him. Denji revives inside a dumpster and cries out for Pochita, only to realize that his friend is now embedded inside him. As Denji pulls the chainsaw sword implanted in his chest, the horde of zombies piles up on top of him. Suddenly, the pile of zombies explodes and we see Denji, reborn as Chainsaw Man, with chainsaw sticking out of his arms and head, ready to tear the zombie devil a new one. With renewed strength and determination, Denji launches himself at the zombies and engages in a fierce battle. He unleashes a series of powerful attacks, using his chainsaw to slash and chop his way through the enemy ranks. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Denji refuses to back down and fights on with all his might. Battling for his life, Denji attacks the zombie devil and eventually manages to defeat it. After a long and arduous battle, the warehouse doors open and Denji is approached by Makima, a young woman in a long trench coat who works for the Public Safety Devil Hunter Agency. She hugs Denji and he is immediately smitten. Then he promptly passes out from exhaustion in her arms. The second episode of Chainsaw Man starts off with Denji and the female devil hunter Makima chatting in her car. Denji isn't a fan of how Makima treats him like a pet, but agrees to follow her rules. They stop at a rest stop for food, and Makima offers to pay since Denji is broke. As they wait for their udon, Denji starts to feel dizzy from the blood loss from his previous fight. He tells Makima about Pochita dying, and she reveals that she can sense Pochita is still alive inside of Denji. Denji faints again, and when he wakes up, Makima feeds him and laughs at the fact that he's just like a dog. Denji asks what kind of guy she likes, and she describes Denji, which causes him to fantasize about Makima for half the day. The two decide to head to the Tokyo headquarters for Devil Hunters in order to employ Denji, but he's too entranced by Makima to care. Once they arrive at the office, Makima gives Denji his new uniform and introduces him to his new colleague, Aki Hayakawa. Aki is a very stoic person and he doesn't seem to like our boy Denji. Denji follows Aki's lead, but he's disappointed he's not working with Makima. To cheer him up, Makima tells Denji that if he does a great job, maybe one day they'll work together. Later that day, Denji asks Aki if Makima has a boyfriend, and Aki takes Denji to an alley and proceeds to beat the stuffing out of him, telling Denji he should quit because he lacks the proper motivation for the job. After throwing him into a pile of trash bags, Aki spits on Denji and lights a cigarette. However, as soon as Aki turns, Denji goes in for the finisher and boots Aki in the balls. Aki collapses to the ground, but Denji's not done. He smashes Aki's nuts several more times, leaving him paralyzed on the ground. After demolishing Aki's chances of having children, Denji reports back to Makima, saying a testicle devil attacked Aki. This is a blatant lie, but it works. Despite their rocky start, Makima makes Denji an official member of Aki's unit and tells Aki that if Denji tries to resign or begins to disobey orders, he'll be killed off like any other devil. After getting off work, Aki takes Denji to his home, where Denji proceeds to eat his dream abomination toast dish. With over 8 types of spread on top of the bread, it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. Still, Denji scarfs it down in delight. The next day, the pair are called to a crime scene involving a fiend in East Narima. Aki explains to Denji that fiends are possessed human corpses controlled by devils, and orders Denji to use his devil abilities to kill the fiend. Denji obliges but uses an axe to swiftly cut off the fiend's head instead of using his chainsaws. Aki thinks that Denji feels sympathy for devils and gives him a lecture while threatening him. It turns out the real reason Denji used an axe was so he could avoid getting blood on the erotic magazines lying on the ground. Denji starts thinking about his goals in life, and he finally comes upon the most important one of them all: touching some boobs. Denji reflects on how his life has improved since joining public safety, but still feels like something is missing. He wonders if his own goal of living a good life is even possible. The next day, Makima assigns Denji a new partner. With a magnificent entrance, his new partner is a slightly unhinged blood fiend named Power, who can control her blood and make weapons out of it. Denji is annoyed by her behavior, but all of his complaints evaporate as soon as he realizes that Power is a woman and has boobs. As you can tell, Denji is a true gentleman. Once they head out on patrol, Power smells blood and spots the sea cucumber devil. She excitedly jumps off the building, making a hammer out of her blood, and crushes the devil with the hammer, causing a bloody and messy scene. The third episode of Chainsaw Man picks up after Power smashes a seaweed devil to pieces with her blood hammer. Makima scolds them for killing a civilian hunter's devil, explaining that public safety would be found guilty of obstructing their business. During their debriefing, Makima reveals to Denji that Power is a fiend and he wonders if she's cut out for this line of work. Power and Denji argue, with Power lying and blaming Denji for the situation. In the meantime, Makima reminds them that she needs them to get along, or they will both be killed. After their meeting with Makima, Denji and Power go to get drinks from vending machines, and Denji expresses his frustration at working with a liar. Power admits that she hates humans because a devil's instinct, but she enjoys the company of cats. She reveals that a devil has kidnapped her cat, Meowie. Power tells Denji that she made a deal with Makima to save Meowie, and she'll let Denji touch her chest if he helps her rescue the cat. Denji, hearing this news, becomes hilariously enraged on behalf of Power, but we all know that he just wants to squeeze her boobs. He agrees and plans to murderize the devil holding Meowie hostage in order to touch Power's chest. At Public Safety HQ, Power gets permission to go out with Denji. She tells him where the devil is and insists that he's the only one who can fight it. Denji and Power talk about their pets, with Denji mentioning Pochita, and Power stating that Pochita is dead. Denji believes that he'll never get along with Power, but he puts up with her. Meanwhile, Makima meets with some suited men who are unhappy that other countries aren't pleased with Japan. They ask Makima about her new recruits. She answers that Denji is an interesting pup. The higher-ups give her a warning not to get attached to Denji before dismissing her. After the meeting, Aki drives Makima back to HQ and calls Denji disgusting. On the way there, Makima explains that the more feared a devil's name is, the more powerful they are. This means that Denji's Chainsaw Devil has the potential to be a powerful weapon. Aki criticizes Denji's desire to befriend devils and says that he isn't fit for the job. We cut to Power leading Denji to the devil's house. After a slip of the tongue, Denji becomes suspicious of the situation since her story doesn't add up. He realizes that Power has been lying to him and tries to attack her, but she knocks him out with a bloodhammer first. Power praises Denji's sharp instincts and drags him into the house. Inside, they meet the Bat Devil, who has been holding Meowie hostage. The Bat Devil reveals that he was injured by a devil hunter, which forced him into hiding. Power explains that she promised to give the Bat Devil a human in exchange for Meowie's freedom. The Bat Devil needs human blood to heal and drinks Denji's blood, finding it disgusting despite it healing his body parts. Denji's disgusting blood enrages the Bat Devil, and he bursts out of the house to cleanse his taste buds with the blood of children. Denji remembers Aki's confusion about Denji wanting to befriend devils, and he finally understands that he can't trust them. Power demands that the Bat Devil release Meowie, but he refuses because he didn't like Denji's blood. Power reminisces about her time with Meowie as the Bat Devil gulps down the cat in one go. She recalls how she formed a contract with the Bat Devil for Meowie's freedom, but it was all a lie. Power comes to terms with Denji's feelings about losing Pochita as the Bat Devil consumes Power. The Bat Devil heads to the city to find a child, a virgin, a muscular man, and a pregnant woman to eat. Denji grabs onto the Bat Devil's foot, and as they struggle, Denji thinks about his time with Pochita as a child and relates it to Power's attachment to Meowie. He transforms into Chainsaw Man and crashes into a building in the city. Lying in the rubble, Denji tells a nearby schoolgirl to run away, and the Bat Devil is confused about why a devil is helping humans. Denji replies that the reason he is helping humans is so that he can kill the Bat Devil and cop a feel. Denji promptly slashes off the Bat Devil's arms, but during the battle, the Bat Devil throws a car with a person inside at Denji, and he retracts his chainsaws to catch the car. However, he throws the car back at the Bat Devil, saying he doesn't care about saving a random dude. The Bat Devil unleashes a powerful sonic attack, but Denji revs his chainsaw sword and regenerates from the blow. The Bat Devil is terrified by Denji's regeneration and tries to punch him. Denji quickly dodges and runs up the Bat Devil's arms, slashing at the flesh. After sending the Bat Devil flying, Denji leaps into the air and disembowels the devil, killing it. He stands there in a shower of blood as the episode ends. Thanks for watching Anime Rewind, and stay tuned for the second recap of Chainsaw Man.